Let's show you how we can use our content calendar for our emails and get them scheduled appropriately in our scheduler. So, our content calendar has all of our content that's kind of outlined, and we have different tabs at the bottom depending on what you're working on. So, we're going to look at the Momentum Maintenance Summit that has all of its promotional material in one place. And depending on if it's an email or a text message or it goes in the Facebook groups, has the date on it. When you're done doing the thing, you put the check in the box. Okay. The content's here. And if there's imagery that goes with it, it'll be on this side. Okay. So we also have the March socials. Now, this one's almost done being built out, but same concept. If it's a text message or email or whatever here, it has the date with it, and we have the time, and we'll go forth and get it done. If you see where it's highlighted, Momentum Maintenance Summit promo, then we know that on that particular day or for that particular post, we need to go over and grab it from over here. And you'll just pick the date that's slated for or the date that's closest to, either or. The goal and the objective is to put all the links inside. So it's literally a copy and paste situation with any emojis that need to be there. However, if the link is not in here, please forgive. Grab the link from where you know the link is, whether it's a cheat sheet or you just know it or it's a previous post or whatever, and replace it when you go to put it inside of our scheduler. All right, so let's get down to business. So let's go ahead because this one has not been scheduled, even though it's slated for February 9th. I'm gonna grab it, copy it. There'll be another column for a time because the time that you send these emails are important. So we're going to copy the text. It's telling you the subject. It's giving you the body of the information and if there's a PS or anything on there. All right, let's flip over to our scheduler. So inside of our scheduler, when you first get logged in, it looks similar to this. If it does not, just click grow and you can go to subscribers and you'll be able to see it there. I can't go down too far because YouTube does not like us showing the people's email addresses. So you're going to go down and you'll be able to see where you are, confirm subscribers. Okay. You're going to go to grow. I'm sorry. You're going to go to send and broadcast. And we're going to do new broadcast. Click in the empty box and paste in what it is we're sending out. We'll take our subject and put it where it belongs up top. Move the word body. Okay. So the objective is when we're writing our emails, where we want to include people's name as much as possible. So hit that plus button and personalize it. Most of our subscribers are add to, normally we could do add to email if everybody in our email list has their first name in there. Because we have some people that do not have their name in it, then we're going to do personalized greeting, and you click add to email. So the way it defaults is hello, and it has the thing in here, their first name. If their first name's not there, it's going to say hello there. We can change this. It's not a problem. Now, if this is not already embedded on the email in the content calendar, then we're going to make the edit and the adjustment here. All right. So for grace for this, we don't really say hello. So we're not going to use hello. At the same token, we don't want every email to begin the same way. So we don't want every email to say, hey there, every single email. So we're going to switch up our greeting depending on what it is. We don't want to say, hey sis, even though the majority of our people are women, because we do have some men that are on our list. So we can say, hey there for the first one. The next one that you schedule, you might want to say hi, or you might just want to put their name without putting a hello or hi on there. You may be cute and say greetings or hey. So you switch it up, right? Completely up to you. So we can kind of read through it and make sure it's working and it's set up the way you want. You want to kind of make sure it's formatted and it has space between them. Because if there's not spaces in them, then it's not going to be easy to read or consume. If there's an image on our content calendar that goes with it, then you'll plug the image in. So depending on let's back up. Depending on the size of the image is going to kind of determine where it goes. If it's a skinny long one, then it's a header. And so put it up top. What we'll also do in the content calendar, we'll put in, if it's a header, we'll put in header. So you know that the header image, the image that we have that's long and rectangular, goes in the header. If it's supposed to go in the footer or wherever it needs to go, we can put footer, or we could put let's say it's a square and we want to put it right here. Well, we'll put insert image here. So we'll do something like that, right? So you'll know where this image goes. If you see that there's a better place for it, by all means, this is not like, oh, it has to go exactly where we say. So by all means, move it and put it where you see, if you see it's better fit elsewhere. Now, how do you include the image? Wherever you want the image to be, you'll kind of hover over it. You'll click and kind of hover over that space, and that plus sign pops up. And it's the same thing that we use to do the personalization to get their name in there. If you want to include a button, you'll click button. What are we looking for? There it is, image. So you'll upload the image here. The pop-up window comes, you can include the image that you want to be uploaded and it'll automatically go over. Okay, so that makes it easier when everything is all in the same place. Let me see, was there something else? On some, and I would not recommend doing this on all of them, we click that plus sign again. If the item is being sold in ConvertKit, then what we'll do is you can embed the product on some of them. I would not, again, recommend doing it on all. So when I click product on the right-hand side, it's telling me to select which one that we're trying to insert. Let's do this one. Oh, this is one from 2023. It says it's $5. So they can see the imagery for it and click on it like right now and get it inside of the email. I'm going to take our pricing off. So whenever you're scheduling and sending your emails out, when possible, try not to include the pricing because the price can change. And if the price potentially changes, or this year it's $2, but next year it's $20, let's not. We want them to read the email and move forward. They want them to click them or something because that also denotes that they have interest in the thing. And we want them to have interest in it and want to get the thing, not because of the price, but because the thing is compelling. So if they see the price on this main page or inside the email, and if that price is too much or too low or whatever their judgment is about the price, they won't click on it. So we, as people that are writing emails, marketers or whatnot, we have no way of knowing if they are even interested because they didn't click anything. They didn't do anything. So let's not include the price. If you want to, let's see, it says include discount. Oh, okay. So if you have any coupons, that's what the discount is. Go directly to checkout. So there's this first page that gives you all this information, and then the second page is the checkout page. Well, if you have all the information up top, there's no need. They can go right to checkout. So that's what this is. If you want to take away the description, so be it. If you want to take away the image and just have it there, so be it. If you want to take away the button to get it now, so be it. You can change the color and all that jazz. So you have some options with that when it comes to, kind of making it nice or different or whatever the case may be. There it goes at the bottom, it has the momentum one. Now the image didn't load. It doesn't mean it's not going to, it's just not here right now. So you'll have to kind of test it out, maybe go out and go back in to make sure it shows up. Let's delete that because we do not need it for this scheduling. Next, we want to create some space between the PS and the unsubscribe situation. So just, enter down just a little bit. So it'll break it up a bit, give some space. Where it has, oh, didn't mean to click it. Where it has built with kits, I would recommend taking this off on most of them. If every now and then you want to include it, so be it, but there's no need in having it on every single one. Let's see what we can do to get that off. Interesting. I don't know why it's not popping up now. I'm going to have to look up how to get that off. It used to be a flip of a switch, but for whatever reason, this is taking a little bit more. So we'll find that information out later. We'll go ahead and leave it on until we get the details on how to do it. But we started this out by saying, let's get two places inside of the email with the link or with their name. So we have it there, and let's put it here. VIP isn't just an upgrade. You want to put it in a natural place. Like if you were talking to them, you would say, well, VIP isn't just an upgrade, Monica. So that's a great place for you to say their name. It's natural. It seems like it fits. Now, don't forget, everybody doesn't have a name on their profile in here. So we're going to say VIP just isn't an upgrade there. No, that doesn't work. So let's change this to maybe fam or friend or hun or grief builder or whatever it is that you want to call them. We might want to just call them builder. So whatever word you want to give them, that's absolutely fine. Once we figure out what this word is, we don't want to change it up too much. So, we want to kind of be a little consistent in it so that way they'll know if it's friend, but we want to kind of use it over and over. Because we're trying to come from an aspect of a team and not just a one thing, then let's put the team here. So we can say the grace for this team or your grace for this team, or we could say builders together. And again, that's something that once we start getting consistent on the language that we want to use there, what feels natural or how people are referring to us and showing up, then we'll be able to continue to use that. As you see, there's a space in there. We don't want the same amount of space here between these two, the PS. So let's go down one more time. And to help the PS stand out a little bit, let's italicize it. Okay. So that's it. We have the email in here. Once you hit continue, if the email, and actually all the emails that we're initially scheduling are emails that are general public emails. They're not uh, to a paid group or something like that. And so since that's the case, then what we want to do is we can send to email, but we also want to publish to web. So we're going to do both. Okay, so the from address, let's not be join here, but let's be grace for this movement. This is going to change in a bit. Yeah, this is going to change in a bit, but whichever one is the grace for this one, that's the one that we're going to send the email out from. Okay. Next, we're not going to send to all subscribers, but we want to change this to any. It says 379, right? Hit the X, kind of hover over it on the right and take out all subscribers. And we want to do the ones that are within the segment of grace for this. Right now, it's saying there's 0 people in that particular segment. By the time you start scheduling, we'll have some people in the grace for this segment. So this is going to go out to everybody that's with grace for this. Now, once we start getting later down the road, if you're sending an email about the momentum maintenance, when possible, we want to not send it to the people that have already paid. So we're going to say matching none of, and we're going to go to, let's see. Yeah, subscribe to products. So anyone who have purchased the Builders Moment, because if we're sending an email saying buy or sign up for the momentum and maintenance, and they've already signed up for it, there's no need to ask them to sign up again. So anyone who has these 2 registrations, don't send the email to them. If it is a sales email for the summit. So we don't want to sell to someone who's already purchased. In return, this number will end up adjusting the total subscribers that this is going to go to. So we're going to send it to any of the GFT people, but send it to none of the people that are subscribed to these 2 products because they've already purchased it. We're not doing send now emails. So you're going to click your pencil and on your content calendar, it tells you when to send it. So let's say it was the 9th, just to give us some space. And let's say it was for 12:05. Just click somewhere else. That information is there. And advanced options. This is always a good place to put something extra. It's like a secondary subject line almost. And you can put the first couple of words from the email. You can put something different altogether. You can include emojis, whatever, but put something there that's going to help appeal to them to open up the great email. Don't put the subject here that we already used on the other screen because they'll just see the subject twice and that doesn't compel them to open. All right, last but not least, well, almost last but not least, we also want to include an internal note. It make it easy to know what email this is without having to open up and look. What we'll do for this one, this was the momentum maintenance. Well, let's just say summit promo. So Summit promo and then put whatever you can put the first email or you could put the date that it's sent out. So I think we scheduled this for March 9th. So it gives like a quick reference point to know what it is. You could include you could say the initial invite. On the content calendar, it has objectives for the emails. So we can say summit promo, introduce the summit. No one can see this internal note but us. So since only we can see it, one, we want to be consistent with it. So when we go back to look, we can quickly identify what it is and get into it. But at the same time, we just want to know what the email is about without having to read the whole thing. Because we did publish to web, we want to include an image there. So the image could be the image of that's in the email, or it could be just another random image that kind of relates to whatever the topic is. Don't use the same image every single time. The alt text is literally just kind of describe the picture. We have five, well, six women cheersing, doing cheers. As much information you include the best, but you don't have to have a whole heap of information there. No, we don't want to make it just for subscribers. And no, we don't want to make it featured. And I would recommend always including a meta description. So this is a description of the email itself. And to a degree, it could, depending on what you put here, it could just be this. It could be something more compelling or interesting, if you will, because this is what's going to show up in the search results. So this is what's this you want to like maybe include keywords because when people are searching on social media platforms, they're searching for words. You want those words to show up here. So we can say wellness and grief growth, right? So that's that. I like to scroll back up to the top and make sure I didn't miss anything. So normally the continue button would light up and we'll be able to hit continue. Because we have 0 subscribers, it's not lighting up. So what I'm going to do is change this segment to anyone. There we go. Now we have 98 subscribers. So we're going to send this email to 98 people. The continue button popped up. Hit continue. It's going to give you a review of what it is that we're sending out. I'm going to hit schedule because I want you to be able to see, oh no, I scheduled it and I need to make an adjustment or a change to it. That's fine. I'm going to refresh the screen and let's go over to processing. Nope, nope, nope. Where did it go? Oh, I know what it is. back on all. So these are scheduled for December, November, October. So because ours was scheduled for March, let's go to that one. Here it is right here. Your mind is asking for this. And remember, we did the internal thing. So that's there. And we scheduled it for 12:05 in the morning. So you can hit unschedule if you need to unschedule it for a different time. If you want to edit it, you can hit edit here. And we are all set and good to go. I'm going to unschedule. And then you'll be able to get back in there and make adjustments to it. See, it's a draft now. And I'm going to delete. But you are all set, good to go. I would absolutely 100% recommend deleting a draft if you don't want to, if you decide not to send it out or not to schedule it, because having a whole heap of drafts can feel overwhelming at times. But you are all good to go. Once you schedule it, it's scheduled and it's going to be ready to go out and make that happen. All right, that is the long and short of it. Let me know if you have any questions.